Hi, my name is Lena Stoffel, and me and some of the Roxy Girls are gonna give you some tips in avalanche awareness. So the first thing to do before you even get on the mountain, go online and check the snow and weather conditions and the latest avalanche safety report.
So before you go riding, you have to make sure you've got all your safety equipment with you. First, you go with the transceiver. When you get buried, it sends a signal to the other transceivers so people can actually find you. A transceiver is pointless without the other important equipment, for example the shovel. If someone gets buried, you have to make sure you have a shovel to dig him out, because you can't dig anybody out just with your hands. But before you can dig anybody out, you need to be able to locate them. That's why you need a probe. A probe is an extendable pole where you poke through the snow to locate the person. One more thing, it's up to you if you want to wear a helmet, but I would recommend it because there's a lot of rocks out there.
Before you go backcountry, it's important to practice with your transceiver, with the friends that you're going out there with, and know that you're confident with it and your friends are confident. And you can do that in your backyard, anywhere where there's some snow.
Okay, the next thing is when you get to the resort, just look after signs that may help you and ask the ski patrol or a mountain guide to tell you where the safe areas are.
Before you go riding on a slope, it's really important to look for terrain traps. One of them is a slope leading into a ditch or into a gully, because it's kind of where the snow accumulates. This is a classic example of a terrain trap. If an avalanche releases just below those cliffs, you'll get swept down into this ditch and you can get buried quite deeply. Another terrain trap is a cliff, because if an avalanche happens above the cliff and you get swept over, you'll be in a lot of trouble. These are just a few examples of terrain traps. There's many more, so just be aware when you're out there backcountry riding.
The steepness of the slope is also really important. People often think that only steep slopes can slide. Even mellow slopes can slide in the right conditions. You must also consider the snow stability. The wind can pack snow, so it's really dense and really heavy. This is called a slab. If a slab is formed on a slidey layer of snow, an avalanche can happen. One way to check for weak layers is to dig a snow pit. So I'm going to do a shovel test here, and I'm going to hit the snow, and if there's a weak layer, quite often the column will break and a chunk will slide out. It's gone there. I gave it a bit of a pull, but there you go. You can see how clean this block has sheared off. So there's a weak layer down there, about 50 centimetres down. We've really only skimmed the surface of what there is to learn about avalanche safety and mountain awareness, and we really recommend that you take yourself on an avalanche course if you're going to spend any amount of time in the backcountry. But always remember, no matter how much you learn, you can never totally eliminate the chance of an avalanche happening. Get out there, educate yourself, be safe and have fun.